We've reported on scenes like this again and again. Fires are newsworthy because they victimize innocent people, threaten life, property, and can be visually dramatic, and it generates a lot of human interest. And frequently, the unsung heroes who fight the various types of fire are only mentioned when they're hurt or when they're heroes. For the first time in Tampa's fire department's history, a move to change all that, as members of the Tampa Bay media were invited to a hands-on training session in fighting fires.
And then we were trying to give media personnel an opportunity to view the firefighters' role from the firefighter side. Mostly when they respond to a fire to cover a story, they're kept back at a distance or get some video or an interview or something, but they never have had an opportunity in history of our organization to participate at the firefighters level, and that's what we were trying to accomplish. Let them get inside, see the heat, the smoke, the fire, operate with the hose lines and equipment and see what it's all about.
It's hot in there.
The average firefighter has at least 240 hours of training before actually entering a burning building to face intense heat that can be more than 1,200 degrees.
Well, it is scary, but training's what takes over from fear.
We'll show you firsthand exactly what it's like as photographer Mac McKinnon and I become firefighters for the day. We'll have that report Thursday night at 6. Lynn Marvin, Pulse 13. What's wrong with this picture? No, the fire is very real and hot, but a close look will show you that at least half the firefighters working this blaze are reporters and photographers. It was all a part of a first hands-on training session that Tampa Fire Department had offered to the people who cover the fires from a safe distance. I was the only woman to suit up, and finding things to fit was the first problem.
People who wear in French Foreign Legion.
Photographer Mac McKinnon is used to carrying at least 50 pounds of gear on the job each day, but even so, attempting to work with 75 pounds of equipment was quite a challenge for both of us.
A little bit more.
When you consider the fire boot, fire coat, the bunker pants, the air tank, the mask, the helmet, all of it put together. So we're talking about quite a bit of weight.
Just crack it.
Drills that we went through today, I've been through literally hundreds and hundreds of times, and each time I learned something new.
Drill number 1 was something new. Climb a ladder to the second floor of the training tower, and once that was tackled, a room filled with fake but very realistic smoke was the next step. The first thing you realize is that you can't see. Firefighters seem to develop other senses. The room was a maze that we eventually had to crawl our way out of. A fake corpse known as Ragged Ralph needed help, but once I got down to pick up the beanbag-like body, I could barely get back up. Exhaustion and a shortness of breath got to me, and I flunked saving Ragged Ralph, but learned a lot about claustrophobia, intense heat, and my own limitations. Meanwhile, Mac was off fighting house fires.
A lot of pressure on that line. A little heavier than it looks, too, even though you got somebody back there helping you out with it. A lot of things to remember. A lot of things. It looks simple. You walk up, turn it on, and spray the fire, but it's not that way.
You can tell it didn't start on top of the chair because, again, you see the burning on the floor, and when you pull the chair out, you'll be able to tell at the bottom of the chair.
After a quick lesson in investigative methods, there was another fire to put out. It's an amazing amount of force that comes out of a fire hose, the water actually forming a protective umbrella for firefighters, dissipating the heat. And with the help of several units of professional firefighters, we managed to get the kerosene fire under control.
I thought you did quite well. As a matter of fact, we were surprised, most especially on the fire extinguishment areas, and for people that not have had any training in handling hose. Of course, I like to say that our instructors did a good job in supervising it and maintaining an air of safety, etc. But you did a good job.
Excellent. I think you have the makings of quite a few good firefighters right here.
It was a lesson in fatigue, exhaustion, and a real test of strength. Insight into a profession that as reporters we cover regularly, but always from a safe distance. And I can tell you, a most valuable experience. Lynn Marvin, Pulse 13.